many of you own a cell phone, a smartphone, a tablet, a Kindle, a Nook? Most of us have at least one of these devices, but what many don't realize is that the technology behind that is actually on the cutting edge of the computing world. What am I talking about? I'm talking about cloud computing. So today we're going to cover exactly what cloud computing is. We're going to talk about the definition, how we use it every day, what the downside to it is, and how it is the future of computing technology. First, what is cloud computing? Dictionary.com defines cloud computing as a type of computing based on sharing computer resources rather than having local servers or personal devices to handle applications. Now I know there's a lot of technical jargon in that, so let's ask, what does that actually mean? Simply put, cloud computing is a way of storing information on servers instead of the local computer so it can be accessed from multiple devices. Now that we know what it is, how do we use it every day? Like I mentioned, most smartphones and tablets use this technology. For instance, modern-based email, Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, even AOL, and our web.mail.mil email addresses are all examples of cloud computing. You can access them from any computer, any phone, any device that's connected to the network. Other than email, Google has their Play Store, Google Drive, Calendar, Docs. Apple has their iCloud, which has many of the same functions that Google does. Amazon has their cloud store for MP3s and movies, as well as uploading documents. And Microsoft recently launched their Office 360, which is a way of using Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and such programs in the cloud. However, all new technology does have a downside. The biggest downside to cloud computing is that it requires a network connection in order to function properly. It's almost impossible to access information on the cloud once the network goes down. Many of these services have a way of preemptively getting documents offline, but if the network goes down and you need something in a rush, you're kind of out of luck. This is becoming less and less of an issue as cell phone providers are increasing their coverage. You can tether a device to get a network connection in a pinch. Also, Google Docs has recently allowed editing documents in the offline mode, and when you get a network connection, it syncs up to the server. However, even with this complication, cloud computing is still the future. Why do I say this? Kurt Delpine, head of Microsoft Office, says, we're as serious about the cloud as we are about evolving our business. We always look a little askance when we get the question because it seems odd to us. Particularly as engineers, we say, the cloud is the way the world is moving. He clearly believes that the cloud is the future. CompTIA, a computer industry leader, in 20 of their 21 daily emails to subscribers have mentioned the cloud just in the month of June alone. Google, at their I/O convention last week, launched their compute engine to compete with Amazon's EC2. What this does is allows the individuals or businesses to edit the cloud, use cloud services, renting them per se, in order to have more computing power than just what they have locally. Also, with the increase in cell phone use, it's obvious that the cloud is the future. Now, as a quick demonstration of the cloud, I have my smartphone. All I have to do is pull up my Gmail app. I'm going to open the American Songwriter email, which is behind you, but it's not pulling up because it's stored on a separate server. If I delete and refresh here, give it a few seconds to sync with the server. If you refresh the page, you can see that that email is now gone because it's stored on a server. I can access it both from this device as well as the computer. As you can see, cloud is the future of how computing is going. We discussed today what it is. We discussed how we use it in everyday life. We took a look at the one downside that cloud computing has, and we looked at how it's the future. The next time you use Gmail to check your email, you watch a movie on Netflix, you preview a song in iTunes, stop and take a look at, stop and think for a second as you realize that that's coming from a server and not stored on your local computer. Thank you.